What's up, folks? Welcome back to Pub GPS. Today, we're talking about single-handedly the greatest expense that I have in my life, and it comes in the form of 3 beautiful children. But as beautiful as they are and as crazy as they are, there are rules that I'm trying to put in place with respect to my kids in the future and the money that is revolving and getting spent on them. So here are my 3 takeaways, my 3 guidelines, 3 rules when it comes to children and money. Number 1 is what I call the 50% rule. Now, many people with young kids are paying for childcare. In our minds, we have this countdown going until when we'll be done with the cost of childcare. They'll be in kindergarten. We won't have to pay for childcare anymore. We'll be up $500 a week. But the gotcha is that whatever amount you're spending on childcare, I would estimate that you actually only get to spend 50% of that when the care is done. And there's a few different reasons for that. Say you're spending $500 a week on childcare. When they go to kindergarten, they still might need care before and after school. The old wraparound loophole, which can get you. The other thing that happens is that they still just cost more money as they get older. So as they get involved with sports and get involved with other things, that $500 a week isn't coming to you to go out and buy a nice new car. I would be more conservative and say 50% comes back and can be planned to be spent on something else. Rule number 2, when it comes to kids, try and buy used. Now, there's a case to be made if it's your first child and you're buying a brand new, you name it, changing table. If you buy a nice new one, that it'll last, and then if you have more kids, it'll keep going through the family. But as a whole, children are going to destroy things. So it'd be kind of cool if we didn't spend full freight on something new and we let them destroy something used. So if we have to replace it, it's not quite as big a deal. Kind of like my carpets at home that look like a drop cloth right now, or a burp cloth for that matter. And then rule number 3 is to be flexible. There are many different college savings vehicles out there, like the 529 plan, for instance, which give you a lot of tax-deferred benefits, and there's advantages to having them. But what you lose is the opportunity to do something different between now and maybe when they're 18. Or you don't have to be handcuffed to just saving exactly for college. More and more when we talk to parents, they have the goal and the intent of wanting to save for their kids' future, but they don't want it to be specifically for college because of all the unknowns. So when it comes to saving, absolutely we're a proponent of doing it, but also doing it in a way that you give yourself the most options. So 50%, it's not all coming back to you, and I'm sorry. Buy used if you can, because it's going to get destroyed. And number 3, be flexible with where you put the money, because life is kind of funny like that, and it's good to have different options. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.